What's the creepiest Ask Reddit thread you have come across? 1. I don't know if creepy or just insane story. It was about a guy who just up and left his entire life. How 9/11/2001 happened, and on that day he just got up and left NYC. His job, friends, possessions. Like, completely went dark, moved to another place far away, went by a new name, started a new life. He went into a ton of detail about everything he left behind and what it was like having a clean break. Acknowledged people would be sad and hurt. It's assumed he died that day, but apparently he just got sick of everything and just disappeared to start life over again. Not sure creepy. Definitely mind-blowing. 2. There was one that asked entertainers for children parties about wild stuff from these parties. The amount of children that asked fake Superman, Spider-Man, or fairy godmother to be taken away from abusive parents. A long time ago, I spent a day stuck in a caboose with a professional Santa. He told me about how there is so much more to that job than you would think. And a lot of it is how to recognize the signs of abuse and subtly coax enough information of a kid to make a report without looking like that's what they are doing. 3. The "Has anyone met a serial killer" thread from years back had some genuinely disturbing stories. People casually describing interactions with someone who turned out to be a murderer is wild. Also, any thread about national park disappearances gets unsettling fast. I do a lot of mountain biking, and I've been down some really long, deep in the woods trails. I always get really creeped out when I see another person. 9 times out of 10, they are just hiking. But I remember I saw this one dude running through the woods in street clothes. Baseball hat, jeans, jacket, not anything you'd wear in the woods or hiking. He wasn't on the trail, but literally running through the brush and woods. About a mile later, I see him again, and I immediately started pedaling as fast as I could to get back to my car. I assumed there was a homeless drug tent somewhere in the area, but damn, I was like 5 miles deep. All I could think is some shady large drug deal in a remote area, and they were looking for me. Not Marie? 4. One Ask Reddit thread about the worst things veterans have witnessed while in combat. 2 instances come to mind. 1. Afghanistan. One Marine was talking about their love for another Marine in a secret relationship being in the same platoon. One day, they are handing out candy to the local kids in a village, and one of the kids runs up with a stuffed animal. The stuffed animal had an IED in it and blew up the kids in the Marine. The one Marine who was telling this story described how there was a numbness to when the pieces of the other Marine were picked up and put into bags. 2. Vietnam. Guy recalls a heartbreaking instance where a kid was shot. Kid was a little girl who loved to draw and practice English with the American soldiers. One day, she comes walking towards them with a new backpack. The LT sees the backpack and freaks out, pulling out his pistol, yelling at the girl to drop it. There have been instances of VC hiding explosives in bags and other things. The little girl doesn't understand because it's in English and keeps walking with a smile. LT then shoots the girl dead. Upon investigation, the backpack was filled with crayon drawings of the American soldiers. LT fucked up. The rest of the soldiers scrounged up money and paid for the funeral and other expenses for the girl's family. The mom said nothing, but a simple thank you. The vet went on to explain how that moment ruined him for life.